Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to teach you how to do an ollie. Now an ollie is going to be one of the first tricks that you probably learn after like a manual and a nose manual and even a shove it maybe, but it's going to be your first introduction to getting your board off the ground and into the air. It can seem pretty daunting at first, but learning how to ollie is actually super easy. And once you get it down and you're popping ollies up curbs, you're going to feel super awesome. So let's take a look together at how to ollie. This is the general foot position that you want for your ollie. You want your front foot nice and central just behind the front bolts, and you want your back foot with the heel hanging off just a little bit more so the ball of your foot is right on the tip of the tail. This is a really important tip when learning to ollie, is to put the ball of your foot on the tail instead of the middle of your foot on the tail. The reason for that is because an ollie is essentially a jump. And when we jump, we don't jump flat-footed because we don't jump as high. We jump from the ball of our foot because it gives us a little bit more power and a little bit more precision. So it's the same thing with an ollie. We use the ball of our foot on the tail and it just gives us a little bit more pop and a little bit more precision. If you've ever tried to ollie using the middle of your foot on the tail, you've probably felt that it feels just a little bit uncontrolled. The board can wobble when you ollie and it's just generally just not a good practice. So move your foot back and put the ball of your foot on the tail, and that should help you a lot with your precision and your power. Now you're in your foot position, the first thing you want to do is just practice tapping the tail on the floor. This is super important to get this down good, because if you don't have a good tail tap, you're not going to have a good ollie. You can even start to tilt your front foot as you do it, because this is going to be the second stage. You're going to turn your foot and you're going to slide it up the board. When you've got your tail taps down really good, then you can move on to the second stage of the ollie, which is sliding your foot up the board. Now to make this work, I also picture myself jumping forwards off my back foot. So it's gonna look totally wacky, but without the board, essentially what I'm doing is I'm crouching, I pop my tail, I slide my foot and I jump forwards. And that looks totally wacky, but that's basically what you're doing with an ollie. I crouch, I pop my tail, I slide my foot and I jump forwards. Okay, so we'll get into our position. Front foot just behind the bolts, nice and central on the board. Then we'll take the back foot, put the ball of the foot on the tail. We'll crouch, ready to explode, and we'll push down through the ball of our foot, snap that tail. And then whilst that's going, turn the front foot, get ready to jump and jump off the back foot forward. And then when you're in the air, the more you push your front foot forward, the board will level out, and then you just bring it back down. The more you drag your front foot out in front of you, the more tweaked that ollie is going to be. So if you don't drag it very far, you're going to end up doing a rocket. And if you drag it really far, you're going to be really tweaked and it's going to be pointing down. Obviously you want the pointing down more than you want the rocket. Here's a nice little tip if you're having trouble staying still whilst you're ollieing. If you're rolling backwards whilst you're about to pop, you can find a nice little crack and just push your front wheels into it. You can also practice your ollies on grass. It feels a little bit safer with all the soft stuff around you, but you will struggle getting some pop. The grass absorbs some of the energy when you push into the ground compared to the concrete, which will actually push the energy back at you. So if you do want to try on grass, I recommend trying for a little bit just to get comfortable with your foot position and the pop and the drag, but then take it to the concrete. You're going to see much better results. Once you get that two-step process down, the pop in the tail and the dragging the foot up, then you can take this anywhere. You'll be ollieing off of things, onto things, over things. It's really a fun little trick to do, and it's really important because that is the building blocks for the rest of the tricks in skateboarding. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope it's really helped you with your ollies. Now you just got to get outside and give it a go for yourself. But before you do, give the video a thumbs up and a subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.